Good evening and welcome to the Ordinance Subcommittee. Today is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Time is, I don't think it's 7:11. I think it's 7:25. Pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Act of 2022, this meeting of Ordinance Committee is being conducted both in person and via remote participation. A reminder that the persons who would like to listen to view this meeting while in progress may either attend in person at the location above or use of any of the following access location: Facebook, Lawrence City Council page, and YouTube, Lawrence City Council page. Members are present. My Vice Chair, Councilor at Large Anna Levy, and Board Member, Councilor at Large Selena Reyes. I have no minutes to approve. Councilor, I'm going to be taking some item out of order. Can I get a motion to take document 126 out of table and out of order?
Second.
Has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. 12623 is rezone of 199 Parker Street from R3 to B1. It has been put on the agenda by Councilor Selena Reyes and Mayor Brian DePreña. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, members of the committee. Daniel McCarthy, Acting Director of Community Development. The matter before you is a request to zone the city zoning ordinance, the map itself, to amend a parcel of land on Parker Street. So Parker Street, right now, that neighborhood is zoned residential 3. I've done a survey and cataloged the properties on Parker Street. And Parker Street is primarily non-conforming. Most of the properties are not in conformity with the requirements of a residential zone. There's several businesses, there's schools, there's office buildings, there's a library. So these are all non-residential uses that are located on a very short, I'd say about 3/4 of them are. At this moment, it went up to City Council, and the applicant, who is a tenant in a building at 191 Parker Street, was motioning for this. My suggestion at the meeting was to send it up with a favorable recommendation, but with the condition that we investigate whether or not we can extend that zoning change to the restaurant across the street. So there's a building across the street, it was formerly a bank, then was a pizza place, and then it was a donut shop. So it's been moved from commercial business to commercial business. They're constantly going back and forth. I haven't spoken with the owner of that. We sent a letter out this week. This was just at planning board last week. So we sent out a letter this week to inquire whether that person would be interested in. But I don't think the matter should wait. I think it should be sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation. If I hear back from the other owner, then I myself will appear at the city council and file some paperwork to amend the zoning ordinance. I think zoning more than one of the properties that are clearly non-conforming would be in the benefit of the ordinance itself. It would eliminate the idea that this is spot zoning.
Thank you. I really appreciate all your comments and all that information that you've been passing. Just for the public record, I am very familiar with this case. Thank God that they listened when I went and met them at the first time. I'm also familiar with the location. They have plenty of space to park. It's not obstructing any residential that is close to, because sometimes when we change zone, people are concerning, like, oh, people's going to start parking here to go to the liquor store, and that is not the case. I am personally do not have any question for them. I had been in contact with Councilor Selena Reyes, myself, and the applicants, and I remember that we also met about this case, which you was the one who gave me all the options that they might need to in order for them to fall through and come forward. Thank you for listening. This is the way that we have to do sometime. It is hard when we want things done, but, you know, it takes some time and nothing happens overnight. I'm gonna leave it open for my colleagues, and if they have any question, they're gonna be able to.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I do have one
Okay,
question.
Councilor Levy?
Okay.
It went to the planning board. Planning board, the decision's in front, I got a copy of the decision in front of you. So it went to the planning board last week. And they voted, they voted in favor of amending the map, but they agreed with my recommendation that we consider doing the lot across the street. And so that's how it came up as a favorable recommendation with one condition.
Okay.
So just only for business now?
Right now, it's not zoned for business.
It's not for business?
It's zoned residential.
Eso es residential, but you are looking
a-
for,
Yep.
to change it just only for business?
Yep. So I believe there's a restaurant or two there. There's a laundromat, there's a convenience store, there's a restaurant across the street. So they're all commercial. They're not residential. Residential's not gonna be going in there. And it is really should be zoned to comply with what's on the land itself.
Thank you.
No any further question? Can I get a motion to send document 12623 with favorable recommendation to order a public hearing?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have. You do not need to come back to our next city council meeting. He can explain when it's gonna be, the public hearing is gonna be coming, and you do need to come back to that meeting in case the one of the colleagues, that not present today, they have any question for you. Okay? Get a motion to take document 31823 out of order. Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes. So I don't recognize this gentleman here, so he might have to identify himself.
Good evening, honorable members. Humayun Malik, 53 Chester Street. Your honorable members have to...
So let me just read the item.
Yes.
Request considerations of resolution regarding auto insurance premium. So just tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. It's for a long time in our city, because of discrimination against the Spanish people and the residents of the Lawrence, Massachusetts by association, insurance companies, they charging more money to our citizens based on the race and discrimination vis-a-vis the Andover, North Andover. From this issue, our citizen has been suffering a lot, not only financially, also the insurance company's practices goes even further. If a citizen of the Lawrence put a claim for a loss, like an accident, insurance companies immediately invoke the fraud bureau. They give a hard time to our citizen by engaging the legal department vis-a-vis the practice they have in Andover and North Andover. They pay the claims easy. What this resolution respectfully asking for these honorable members, that we want the insurance companies, they making millions in our city from our citizen, respect the right of our citizen, and stop such a practice, unfair, discriminatory practice against our citizen because of the race and the issue of the nationality, because now in our city, majority of our citizens are American Spanish, some white, and then some like myself from Middle Eastern. So what is this resolution said? We are noticing what you are doing to our community and our citizens. You're punishing us because we live in Lawrence, because of the demographic composition of our city, or majority of the Spanish. So they are punishing us, first charging us more premium. Secondly, they asking us when we have a loss, when we have an accident, citizens of the Lawrence, they go through the opposition, defend, they have to go to court, then allegation of the fraud against our citizens, vis-a-vis the practices in Andover, North Andover, is exactly reverse. When if you are citizen in Andover or North Andover, first they ask you to pay less money for the premium. Secondly, if you have a loss, they never accuse you of fraud and this. They don't force you to go to court and delays. So this resolution says at this point that we have one of the most important, very important, two honorable members of the city council in a Massachusetts Congress. It is the time we voice up that we know what are you doing to our citizens. You're making millions of dollars discriminating against our citizens, charging more money for the premium, and also giving us hard time. We want to, you recognize this. This ordinance has to be, voice of our citizen concern to Massachusetts Attorney General and even Justice Department, because these practices has been done in Lawrence for many years. And then we know poorest people in our city, they have to pay highest amount for the premium to insure their car. When they have accident, they've been accused, allegation of fraud. They have to go to court. They have to face up the lawyers. But these practices, they exactly have a contrast even if you live in Andover and North Andover. So respectfully, in this historical moment, when we have one of the most important, very wonderful counselor in Massachusetts Congress, we want our voice being heard, that we know what are you doing to us, what are you doing to our citizens. They're making millions for many years. So goal of this ordinance, we voice up our concern that don't think we don't know what you are doing to us. Don't you think we can compare the premium for the same car if you live in Andover and North Andover, here you have to pay more. Don't think that we know if we have an accident, you accuse our citizen of fraud or making this accident to delay paying the claim. Poor citizen has to go to court, contest. They put high-paid lawyer to fight our citizen to deprive them from benefit. So at this historical moment, I respectfully ask from this councillor to ask the citizen, the insurance company doing practice in our city, do not discriminate us because we are Laurentian. That is the goal of this ordinance. But
If we put in this,
okay. Yes. Yes.
So, at this point, what we are gonna do is we are gonna be send this document to the city attorney for final draft and correct anything that is not gonna affect us as a city, and then we move forward. So this is how we have to go.
Excellent. I appreciate for your
So
recognition.
the motion is to table document 318 and also to send the document to the city attorney.
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The
Aye.
ayes have it. My dear.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I have Adelie. So can I get a motion to take document 31623 out of order?
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. 31623 is a disclosure of municipal employee assistant of election day, primary and general election. is Adeli Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez? Hello? Yeah, he have to mute himself. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have to repeat the motion. Motion to take document 31623 out of order. Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. 31623 is a disclosure of municipal employee assistant on election day, primary and general election. Adderley Gonzalez. Good evening.
Good evening, Council Chair.
Floor is yours, my friend.
So I'm looking to see if you guys can give me a disclosure form so I can help out in the elections like I've always done, like in previous years. So I'm hoping that I can still be allowed to do that and help out this year's election, just like I've done in the other years. So I'm hoping for you guys to let me continue doing that and keep helping out the city.
Okay. Even though we know your information, but for public record, could you please disclosure where you work?
Yep, first, I forgot to say, 6 Hillside Avenue, Lawrence, Massachusetts. I currently work at the Lawrence Recreation Department, and I'm currently the acting director of the Recreation Department.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. So, can I get a motion to send document 31623 with favorable recommendation?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
The event is also Lisa Moduño. I don't know if you guys want to do her as well. Just wanted to point that out.
So she is with you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let me take her item. Can I get a motion to take document 31523 out of order?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. Disclosure of municipal employee assisting on election day, primary and general election. Lisa Madugan.
Hi, my name is Lisa Maduño. I'm a program assistant for the Lawrence Council on Aging.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you both for being present, even though it's virtual, but able to disclosure for public record. Can I get a motion to send document 31523 with favor or recommendation?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have. Good evening, both. Thank you. Okay, let's just go to the top of the agenda. So let me just take it as a block. Pat, you got the 3 motion, right? Okay, so I'm going to be taking document 307, 308, 309, 310, 311, 312, and 313 as a block.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have. First document, resident parking Shovel Court, 308, 15-minute parking Oak Street on Jackson Street, 309, handicap parking Farnham Street, 310, handicap parking at 7 Campos Zaco Street, 311 handicap parking, 356 South Union Street, 312 resident parking, Reservoir Terra, 313 handicap parking at 29 Springfield Street. Can I get a motion to table all the document and also to send to Officer Cano for
So
a study review? Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Pat, do you need me to repeat it to you? So table and also to send it to, yeah, table and also to send it to Officer Cano. Okay, 314 is a dedication of corner of Broadway and Green Street to Nikki Rivera Caminero. It has been put on the agenda by Councilor Giovanni Rodriguez, Councilor Stefan Infante, and Mayor Brian De Peña. So we all this item, right? So can I get a motion to send document 31423 with favorable recommendation? Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Have document 31723, disclosure of municipal employee assistant on election day, primary and general, Alisa Coco. Can I get a motion to send document 31723 with favorable recommendation? Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Motion, okay, the next document is 319, Community Health Fair Camden Common, September 13, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. It has been put on agenda by Sebastián Cinfuente, United Health. Can I get a motion to table 31923?
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Can I get a motion to take 2 minutes of reset?
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Can I get a motion to come back from the reset? You may properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Did someone say recess? I'm ready to have fun.
It by order. Good evening, Officer Cano.
Good evening. So I have, would you like to know the ordinance numbers that I have? Okay. So I have number 11, they're all 2023, so it's real easy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 21, 132, 132, 200, and 255.
Take all the number. Can you read it to me? And 255,
So 11, right? 11, not 1?
yes. Yeah, and also 255. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 21, 132, 200, and 255. Okay? Can I get a motion to take document 1123, 1223, 1323, 1423, 2123, 13223, 223, and 25523 as a block and out of table?
So moved.
Motion has been made. Second, all those in favor? The ayes have it.
Good evening, councilors. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here today. I miss being here.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you, thank you. Document number 1123, submitted, requested by District Councilor C, Gregory Del Rosario, on behalf of his constituent, of the owner of Garcia Beauty Supply and Evolution, located at 485 Broadway, for a 15-minute parking sign to be placed in front of the business. I went by and I explained to the business that because this was a metered space, that they would not be able to get the sign, because the meter in its place takes care of that. I also advised them that they can reach out to the mayor's office if they needed any further assistance with it, and that they could also, from my understanding, pay for the parking space for their clients if they wished, but it would be metered price because the city's under contract. They said they understood, and so with that being said, I am requesting for this item to be withdrawn.
Can I get a motion to withdraw, to send with favor recommendation to withdraw document 1123?
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Document number 1123. I'm sorry, 1223. Is document 1223 is also by Councilor Gregory Del Rosario of District C on behalf of his constituent for Paula Express Corporation. That business is located at 491 Broadway, and they were requesting also for a 15-minute parking to be placed in front of the business. I explained to them as well that this area is metered, that it was not possible. However, if they wish to pay for the space through the contractual obligation of the company with the city, that they could do so. So I'm requesting for this item to also be withdrawn.
Motion to send document 1223 with favor recommendation for withdrawal.
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Document number 1323 was made by Councilor Gregory Del Rosario of District C on behalf of his constituent, Mr. Bello, who is the proprietor of Jacobo Supermarket located at 461 Hampshire Street, at the intersection with Alder Street. Mr. Bello is requesting a 15-minute parking sign reading Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. for one vehicle space. I do recommend for this request to be granted. If the council passes the request, the sign should be placed from the southeast corner at Alder Street on Hampshire Street, traveling south to a point 20 feet, and then from southeast corner of Alder Street on Hampshire Street, traveling south to a point 40 feet. This will place the sign on the east side of the sidewalk in front of 461 Hampshire Street.
Motion to send document 1323 with favorable recommendation to order a public hearing.
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Next document, document 1423, was requested by Councilor of District D, Giovanni Rodriguez, on behalf of his constituent, a business formerly known as Primo's Liquors, for a loading zone, Monday through Friday, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to be placed on Oxford Street, which is the east side of the sidewalk at the intersection with Havel Street. There will not be any overnight parking of commercial vehicles on the public way, contrary to any existing city ordinances or policies, if they do get this ordinance. I do recommend for the request to be granted. If the council passes the request, signs should be placed at the following locations: from the southeast corner of Havel Street on Oxford Street, traveling south to a point 20 feet and to a point 55 feet. Also requested is to have a no parking from here to corner sign placed on the same pole at the 20-foot marker. That way people don't try and park right at the corner, blocking the intersection, and therefore they can get their delivery trucks in there to deliver the merchandise that they need.
Motion to send document 1423 with favorable recommendation to order public hearing.
So moved.
Document
Properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Document 2123, being submitted by Councilor Gregory Del Rosario of District C on behalf of his constituent, business owner Latin Mini Market, located at 511 Broadway, for a 15-minute parking sign in front of their business. I contacted Councilor Del Rosario as well as the owner of the business and informed them that this was a metered space. It would not be possible to do unless they paid hourly, daily fees based on the company charges, based on the contractual agreement with the city. So, with that being said, I'm requesting to have this item withdrawn.
Motion to send document 2123 with favorable recommendation for withdrawal.
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Document 13223 was made by Mr. Guzman, the proprietor of La Familia Market, located at 119 Jackson Street, for a 15-minute parking in front of his business. I have contacted Mr. Guzman and advised him of the following. This is a metered space, and therefore, if he wished to contact the mayor's office, he could for further assistance, and that he could also request to pay for parking if he wished, based on the contractual obligations that the city has with the company that monitors the meters. For that reason, I'm requesting to have this item withdrawn.
Can I get a motion to send document 13223 with favorable recommendation for withdrawal?
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Last, wow. Okay, I'm doing good. 223. This document was requested by the proprietor of Xiomara Garcia of Papito Mini Market, located at 130 Franklin Street at the intersection with Tremont Street. This is a very small little market store. They're requesting a 15-minute parking to read Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. for one vehicle space. I do recommend for this request to be granted. If the council passes this request, the sign should be placed in the following location: from the southwest corner at Tremont Street on Franklin Street, traveling south to a point 20 feet, and from the southwest corner of Tremont Street on Franklin Street, traveling south to a point 40 feet. This places a sign on the west side of the sidewalk in front of 130 Franklin Street.
Motion to send document 223 with favorable recommendation to order public hearing.
So moved.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it.
Last document, document 25523, is being submitted by at-large Councilor Richard Russell for 2 stop signs to be placed across from one another on the same street at both sides of the sidewalk and at each access point where they meet at the mid-intersection of Cross Street for Franklin Street and Cedar Street. I know this is a little confusing, but basically, this is a 5-corner intersection. Councilor Selena Reyes, in 2022, you requested a traffic study with document number 5622. So I don't know whatever happened, if there was a traffic study or if we were able to get how far it was because of the pandemic and everything. But what I do want to express is that based on the idea of having stop signs on both sides of Cross Street, one side is one-way, enters into the intersection with Cedar and Franklin. The other one is a two-way coming from Broadway into the intersection. So by placing 2 signs on the one-way and then 2 signs on the two-way, it'll kind of make sure that everyone stops. The idea is to stop the traffic so that obviously we'll have a 5-way stop, and it's a little bit better. I was there at that location, and cars were flying through with no regard. It's unfortunate that we have to get to this point to try and get things to, at least to avoid the obvious, right? So I'll just read. Cross Street is located at the 5-corner intersection of Cedar Street, Cross Street, Franklin Street, respectively. This action will make Cross Street an all-way stop from both directions entering the intersection. Originally, this matter was placed by Councilor Selena Reyes for review, recommendation, and possible traffic study. I then requested for this matter to be forwarded to the engineer for guidance and recommendation. Cross Street is a 2-way street from Broadway traveling north and southbound up to the intersection where it changes direction easterly on a 1-way, prohibiting traffic from traveling straight through in an easterly direction toward the intersection of Tremont and Hampshire Street. There is a do not enter sign and has traffic emanating from Hampshire Street at Tremont Street in a northwesterly direction. Cross Street intersection measures a width of 35 feet at the 1-way, and then Cross Street at the width of Cross Street is 39 feet at the 2-way intersection. I do recommend that this request be granted, as it may alleviate the concerns for speeding vehicular traffic passing through at a high rate of speed and possibly lessening the probability of motor vehicle accidents to a lesser degree. If the council passes the request, a sign should be placed at the following locations: the 1-way section from the southwest corner of Franklin Street on Cross Street traveling east to a point 13 feet, from the southeast corner, so the first one is southwest, this one is southeast corner of Cedar Street on Cross Street traveling east to a point 12 feet. On the 2-way section from the northwest corner of Cedar Street on Cross Street traveling northwest to a point 5 feet. And then on the other side, which is really not necessary because it's going in the contrary direction, but it would be northeast corner of Cedar Street on Cross Street traveling northeast to a point 5 feet.
Get a motion to send document 25523 with favorable recommendation to order public hearing.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you, Officer Cano. Always pleasure to have.
Thank you. I promise that the next meeting, I'll have many more ordinances.
About a table? You're none. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.